Hey everybody, I have wanted to do a Facebook Live for the past couple of days on what's been happening here in the political climate in the U.S. with the Kavanaugh hearings and Dr. Ford's testimonies. And I have to tell you, I have been feeling a mix of hungover and like my head is going to explode. So I haven't known how to be grounded enough to do a Facebook Live, but I know that as a woman leader, as a leader of women in the consciousness movement, it's important for me to stand up and say what I can. Hey Emily, welcome. And what I can say is, I don't know about you all, but I haven't been sleeping. I have been feeling the weight of this. Vicky, good morning. The weight of this reinforcement politically that women don't matter. And that's been hard to swallow. It's been hard to read everything on Facebook with folks responding to how they feel about what's going on with the hearings. It's been really challenging, honestly, to watch so many women and even some men post about their experience of being sexually assaulted and the impact it had on their lives. It's a beautiful courage that's being presented right now here in the U.S., where people are telling their stories, speaking their truth. But dude, I don't know about you, but it's all over my Facebook feed. I can't get away from it. Everyone has experienced some level of trauma. For myself, I have not been sexually assaulted by a man. I was sexually abused by a woman. So I have also been asking myself, what is my place in this story? What is my role here? But from my perspective, this is not a gender conversation. I know a lot of people are presenting it as if it were a gender conversation where women need to be heard by men. I don't disagree with that, but I think actually that this is about reclaiming power. Emily, thanks for sharing that. This is about us changing the definition of what it means to be in power in our country. And for those of us who are on the path of consciousness, certainly me and the folks that I serve in the transformation industry, for those of us who are on this journey of consciousness, our role on this planet is to change the definition of power. Power comes when we are vulnerable, when we are authentic, when we keep knocking on the door, when we keep speaking our truth, when we keep standing up, when we refuse to be silent with whatever it is we have to share in the world. So I want you to think about that for a minute. If you are feeling disempowered, if you are feeling like your voice doesn't matter, if you are feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling like me, like you've got a hangover / your head's going to explode, remember that you have all of the power in your life and in this situation because you have the capacity to speak what is true for you. So I encourage you to tune into that. Also, the other thing that I want to say, especially to those of us in the transformation industry, in the world of consciousness, when the game that we are playing is transforming consciousness on this planet, our work in the world is to take a stand for what is possible, to take a stand for what is not yet visible in front of us. And that is some of the hardest work to do in the world, especially when we are in a situation immediately in front of us that's telling us that our lives don't matter, that our voices don't matter. We have to take a stand for what is possible, even though we cannot yet see it in front of us. And as a business mentor, I talk with my clients about this all the time, right? Because we're constantly navigating the unknown. We are constantly making a decision, claiming a goal or an outcome or a desire for ourselves, and then we take the first step And then the rest of the way, we don't know how things are going to unfold. We spend 95% of our time in the unknown. So as an entrepreneur, you actually have this beautiful muscle that you have developed that allows you to be in the unknown. And that's here in the US, in this particular political climate, we are required to be in that unknowing. We are required to see the reality in front of us, which really fucking sucks, by the way. See the reality that is in front of us right now and literally say, no, I refuse to acknowledge that this is the reality. And I believe that there is something else that is better, that is possible. So if you are feeling overwhelmed right now, I want to encourage you to do what you need to do to get yourself grounded. I'm actually sitting in traffic right now trying to get into the Biltmore Estate here in Asheville, North Carolina. I'm going to go for a run, and the Biltmore Estate has basically the only flat land, miles and miles of flat land here in Asheville, and I need to run. Because that is what helps ground me. There's something about like pounding my feet into the earth that helps me feel like the world makes sense again. So do what you need to do to ground yourself, to care for yourself, and then hold the vibration of what is possible. Because collectively, that is how we transform consciousness on this planet. We have to tune into that collective energy of what's possible. That is where our power comes from. So I'd love to hear your feedback on this, and I wish you many blessings. Bye for now.